He was a good man. He lived life to the fullest. He treated everybody with respect, the inmates, to the people he worked with, to our family. He was a great man. He'll be dead.
John Durham Jr. remembers his father as a man who treated everyone with respect. Today, a show of solidarity as hundreds of family, friends, and members of law enforcement paid their final respects to him. Remembering the life and legacy of fallen Marion County Sheriff's Deputy John Durham. And you watched his funeral procession and burial at Crown Hill Cemetery right here this afternoon live on Wish TV.
Deputy Durham's son says his father didn't know a stranger, and the first time you met him, it's like you knew him for 20 years. We have team coverage for you tonight. We start with iTeammate's senior investigative reporter, Richard Essex.
I talked to several members of law enforcement today, both with IMPD and the Marion County Sheriff's Office, and they all said that Deputy John Durham was the guy that you wanted to be friends with. He was competitive, he was athletic, and now he's a man of legacy.
Guys, I'm tired of being quiet. I get it, everyone needs to cry, but you can be happy, you can smile. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. You know,
Corey Durham is Deputy John Durham's second son. In a few weeks, he too will be a detention center deputy and the third generation of his family in law enforcement.
So it's okay. Smile when you see me. Smile. It's okay. It'll be okay. I promise. It really will. Won't be easy.
John Durham left behind 4 sons and a lifetime of memories for thousands of people that worked alongside him during his 38 years with the Marion County Sheriff's Office. Much of Deputy Durham's duties were performed behind closed doors and out of the eyes of the public. He dealt with inmates, and he did so with respect. He understood the dangers of his job.
Few families know this danger better than the Durham family. John followed in his father's footsteps when he joined the Marion County Sheriff's Office, as did his brothers Jeff and Jim. And today we still have the opportunity to serve with Ramona and John's son Corey, who is currently in the academy. This family has given so much to our community.
John Durham was awarded the Sheriff's Office Purple Heart and Medal of Valor for putting his life on the line for the job and for the city of Indianapolis.
It is a solemn duty we owe to the memory of our fallen brother, to all those who put their lives on the line daily to keep us safe. We must again send a resounding message that attacks on our law enforcement officers will not be tolerated. Those who seek to harm those who protect and serve will face the swift and unrelenting pursuit of justice. We must empower our law enforcement agencies with the resources, training, and support they need to effectively combat crime so that no officer is ever lost in the line of duty.
Deputy John Durham joined the Sheriff's Office in the mid-1980s. He was thinking retirement was right around the corner. A look across the crowd in the field house is a testament to the impact that he had on the lives of thousands of police officers and deputies over the decades. His son asked the crowd for what could be the most fitting gesture for a life well lived.
I have one request, actually 2, but can you guys stop looking at me with your guys' gawky eyes and crying for like 5 seconds? So I just have a request real quick. However you feel, whatever you're feeling right now, just whether it's a round of applause, whether you want to stand up and just thank God or anything. So if we could, just please, let's give Dad a round of applause and just make any noise you want. It doesn't matter.
Deputy John Durham was planning to retire in the next 8 months. He was planning to spend the last couple of months on the job working alongside his son. In downtown Indianapolis, Richard Essex, Wish TV, iTeam8.
John Durham Jr.'s last text to his father included a picture of his newly framed old Reggie Miller jersey and shorts, followed up with a Go Reggie message. John Durham worked courtside at the field house and knew Miller. Miller had gifted the set to John Jr. as a birthday gift when he was just a kid. Today, Miller spoke at the funeral.
Hello, everyone. I'm Reggie Miller. And like all of you, we mourn the loss of Deputy John Durham. This is an incredibly sad time, but know this, and I would love to speak to the family, especially the boys, John or Johnny Jr., Corey, Robert, Bryce. Your father was incredibly proud of each of you guys, spoke of you highly. It's funny how fate is at times. The times your father and I cross paths, all he could talk about was the joyful glee he had in his boys, in his family. So know this, that as he looks down upon us from the heavens, as he lights up a cigar, just know how proud that you guys have turned out to be. As Corey, as you start your journey through the police academy, Robert, Bryce, first of all, thank you for your sacrifice for your country. He's just incredibly, incredibly proud of how you guys turned out and the young men and the fathers that you guys have become. So continue that legacy in his character, in his name. Because look around you at Gamebridge right now. This is how much your father was loved, to have a service like this with all the people that cared and loved for him so much there in that field house. So I appreciate the support that you guys have given me over the years, but more importantly, we support your family and you guys through this time of need. So thank you so much, but know your dad loved you guys very much.
Dozens of deputies, judges, and civilians lined the streets outside the Criminal Justice Center, many saluting the man who lost his life. The Criminal Justice Center is where Deputy Durham worked and where a memorial to him sits with a transport van like the one driven by him. That's also where the emotional 1042 last call was made.
On July 10th, 2023, Marion County Sheriff Deputy John Durham answered his final call. While transporting a prisoner from a medical appointment, Deputy Durham was assaulted and killed. There is no greater love than a man that would lay down their life for another. Marion County Sheriff's Office, Deputy John Durham, Sheriff 333, is 1042. He has gone home for the final time.
News 8's Camila Fernandez talked with those outside the Criminal Justice Center for their thoughts on the sacrifice made by Durham.
For a lot of people, it's been an incredibly tough day, but for them, it was important to come out and show support for Deputy John Durham's family.
Working for the sheriff's office, it's a major responsibility, and so we just had to come out here and show our respects.
Community members standing side by side at the Community Justice Campus to pay tribute to fallen Deputy John Durham. Those who knew him say he radiated kindness and positivity.
John was an absolute great person to work with. He always had a great attitude. He was always willing to help out, and even if it wasn't something that was his job, always had a smile on his face.
While many did not know him personally, they are thankful for his dedication and love for the community.
I saw him in passing. I did not work directly with him. Anytime I saw him, he was always very warm, and he spoke, and, you know, it was like running into an old friend.
They say he enjoyed uplifting the people around him.
John loved serving his community. He was very proud to be a Marion County Sheriff's officer, and he wouldn't have picked any other job on the planet. He loved his job.
They are also thinking about his family. Durham is survived by his wife, 4 children, parents, and several other family members.
This is a situation that deeply saddens, you know, the entire department. You know, my heart goes out to his family and my fellow co-workers. It's been something else.
People I spoke to tell me Deputy Durham won't soon be forgotten. Throughout the day, people have visited this memorial as they continue to remember his life. Camila Fernandez, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
Camila, thank you. You had a front row seat along the procession route. This is dash cam video from inside a police car in the procession. You can see the motorcycle officers leading the way as hundreds of police cars follow through the streets of Indianapolis. You can also see people lining the streets, waving, and paying their respects to the fallen deputy. The procession drove under a garrison flag, and that's a huge American flag held up by 2 fire department ladder trucks. The flag was up at 34th and Illinois near Crown Hill Cemetery. Crown Hill is Deputy Durham's final resting place.
And News 8's Danielle Zulkowski was there for the deputy's emotional graveside service.
It was a somber graveside service here at the Heroes of Public Safety platform at Crown Hill Cemetery. Deputy John Durham was laid to rest by family members and friends, as well as colleagues, for the final time, and is being called an unsung hero of public safety. The Correctional Peace Officers Foundation says those that work in jails and prisons are often forgotten about because they're hidden away behind the walls of those facilities. But they note that these officers and deputies are equally important to public safety and are doing a very dangerous job. This foundation exists to serve families so they don't go without support in situations like these. Officers come from across the country to serve on the Honor Guard to support the family, Marion County Sheriff's Office, and community. In addition, there are officers and deputies from agencies across the state, including IMPD, Evansville, and multiple county agencies, to name a few. These agencies and Honor Guards wanted to honor Durham and his family, so his name and sacrifice to the community is always remembered.
You're not in the public's eye. You're kind of an unsung hero behind the walls. So you go to work every day, you raise your family, you keep them safe, you keep the inmates away from the public, you keep people safe. That's what I'm looking at as far as unsung heroes.
Durham was known as a dedicated public servant, having spent 38 years of his life with the Marion County Sheriff's Office. And when asking colleagues who was Durham as a person, they say he was positive and kind, and most importantly, was respectful of everyone, including those he worked with as colleagues and the inmates that he worked with on a daily basis. He treated each person with the respect they deserved. I'm Danielle Zolkowski for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
Our coverage of Deputy Durham's funeral continues online right now, wishtv.com. There you'll find video from today's services, plus ways to donate to his family through the Deputy John Durham Memorial Fund. It's all online right now at wishtv.com.